And g'day, we're live here at Marty's Garden on the Marty's Garden channel on YouTube. And I'm Marty Ware, the creator of Marty's Garden and the Garden Creator Hub, an awesome community which I'll tell you a bit more about later. But first, I'm here to answer all your questions. Yep, gardening questions from A to Z. Now, I don't know the answer to everything. I don't know everyone does, but I will do my very best. And the community helps along the way with things and sharing their knowledge at the same time. So thank you for coming here. If you arrived and you've been waiting for the show, waiting for me to turn up, it's a real blessing to have you here. And we had a cracker of a night last night, the first one. This is the second show of the series for the Garden Creator Q&A, and it's just unreal to see you all here tonight. I've got my water queued up. I've also got some other things queued up to show you. I'm going to give you a little look inside the Garden Creator Hub, give you a little bit more information about that community, show you a little video that a little snippet, a sneak peek of one of the videos that's inside there, where me and my wife actually, where she makes some Filipina spring rolls. Man, they're called lumpias. So good. Anyway, let's get straight into it. I don't want to muck around here tonight. We've got a good hour to kill. I shouldn't say to kill. Good hour to have some fun and enjoy. I like the rhyme. I was going to say enjoy the sun, but I'm under a little light here shining at the face, and ready to rock and roll with the first question. Building a good LJ 2070, building a good diverse fruit and vegetable garden on a small budget. Seeds, plants, fruit, trees, tips, and hints. Thank you. Well, welcome to the show, mate, and welcome, Rick. Good to see you here, guys. Thanks so much for dropping in and saying hello at this live show. Now, remember, as I said last night in the show, no question is regarded as stupid or silly. We're all at different levels, from right at the start, which is really fun being right at the start because it's a whole new adventure, to the pro level and horticulturist like myself that's been in the game for a couple of decades now. I'm a agribusiness. So I studied agribusiness, and hort was one of my majors that I did, as well as Australian native foods, soil management, avocados, a few other things. And yeah, I love it. Now my throat gets a bit rasped through the thing. So yeah, have a drink and we just get into the live show. Now remember, if you got any questions, happy to see them. Just I'll fire up like you've seen here in the corner here. The question, I just see them in my little software on the side, and we can get you in. So while we're waiting for a few people to come, I'll give you a quick look inside the community. We'll just add this to the stage here, and then what I do is it flicks me to the side, and you can see there's a bit of a feed here. So what I'll do is I'll scroll through and show you what it looks like. So as you can go through, look, at the moment, I don't know if you can see this, there's 99 members, and they're all the founding members that have come in the last 2 weeks. We've got 2 online and 1 admin at the moment. Now, being at this time, a lot of people are out doing stuff on a Friday night, and these are all the people that have been putting their posts in, and it's been really awesome. And this is one of the top posts of the last couple of days. What is your favorite mulch and why? And this has just been absolutely brilliant. Everyone sharing their favorite mulches and why, and then sharing all their tips and tricks, everything from nitrogen ratios to carbon ratios, you know, bunny litter, what they're putting straight on the garden, who's using grass, who's using mulch, who's using wood chips, who's using straw bales, who's using lucerne and straw bales, who's doing worm farming, using horse manure and prunings from fruit trees, who's people are just drop mulching on site. It's so much full of information here. And then if you see something that resonates with you, you can just straight away great. I just need to get me back online here. Excuse me, I'm still getting used to the software. So that's it's just absolutely brilliant. It's going wonderfully in there. And we're at the stage 2 now. So I was waiting for 100 members, but we're on 99, and it's the weekend, so it's the perfect time to do that. And we're on stage 2 of beta, and it's currently not free anymore, but it's very cheap. And you can get in there for like $7 US per month. But it's like a 7-day free trial. So you can just go in, trial it, give it a go. If you don't like it, it's not for you, then it's not for you. And look, I can show you a little video that's inside here. We'll just add this to the stage now. G'day and welcome to a video, a Filipino recipe video about lumpia. Now, we had a shout out from a special member who asked for lumpia. Do you remember who that was, Shirley?
Bridie Norman.
So, Bridie Norman and others who are asking for Shirley to create some Filipino recipes. This one's for you. Now, a lumpia is a spring roll that's made in the Philippines, and Shirley's going to show us everything that's in it. So, what we start with.
This is a Filipino version of lumpia, a spring roll. Because there's a Chinese version, Thailand version like that. So this is rice bran oil. Or
high burn point, so that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, and this one is, Han, can you go closer?
Shallots.
Shallots. And then there's 3 medium-sized potato, and I chopped it nice. And then there's carrot. There are two carrot. And
nearly put the thing in the cooker. All right. So that's still there. We'll play a bit more of that later if you're still around. Yeah, I'm getting more used to this software. This is a lot of fun. We got some questions, so let's get straight to it because it is a Q&A. And look, occasionally I miss some. I don't. There's no other admins in here helping me. If I do miss one, you do is just drop it down further again. But any questions now, please put a big capital Q in front of it because people chat in here and it gets mixed up. So if you put a big Q in front of it, I very rarely miss that. So Q and then question, and I know that that's a question. Right, let's go straight into it. And remember, I said I don't know everything about everything, but sometimes people in here do know a little bit more than me, or they just specialize in those things. And this is the first question here. Do you know anything about growing olive trees? I actually don't, because we just don't grow olives in here. It's just a different climate. They don't grow here in the Northern Rivers where I am in Mullumbimby of New South Wales in the subtropical climate. So sorry, I can't answer that one for you. But if anyone can, please put it in the comments box down below. Or you can even chat by just putting a little A, I think, next to them and help them out. Because I have 20 olive trees. I just leave them dry and they do their thing. Yeah, awesome. Well, maybe you guys can connect up. Even better if you can go and meet over at the the Garden Creator Hub and have a chat there. Rick Thane, keep your olive trees low, otherwise hard to pick. And Rick's always got some really good info there. And he's a member now over at the Garden Creator Hub. All right, David, no worries. They are frost prone and I'm in Tassie. See, look at this. This is exactly what I'm sort of talking about here, is the community getting together and sharing and caring and really helping each other. And that's one reason why I started the Garden Creator Hub, and it runs really smooth. So that's great. And Rick said that they grow in Sydney. So there you go. Even I'm learning stuff here. It's probably just a little bit too tropical here, but that's really fantastic because Rick's down in Sydney there, and other people can connect with Rick in the Garden Creator Hub there if he's going to be active in there. And here he goes. My son is growing a few in Huon Valley, Tasmania, and has no problems. That is so wonderful. You know, I love reading stuff like this and seeing what's sort of going on there. If anyone got any other questions, like straight away, there was a sort of like a conversation sort of rolling there, and I'm just really curating it, which is really, really great. Sometimes, you know, that whole influencer thing, it can get a bit much. What I'm about is really now is bringing community together and connecting people so they can share common traits and common loves and common passions about growing certain things and certain stuff in life. And looking at going, where are you now with your journey in gardening? So whether you're at the start, you're in the middle, you're 10 years in, whatever, and where do you want to be like further? What's your future self that you want to see in gardening? Especially when you're starting more at the beginning, you sort of not sure where you want your future self to look. So your future self is like, okay, what goals do I want to get to, and where do I want to be, and what do I want to grow, sort of thing, and what would I like to harvest at the end and then get on my kitchen plate, and what's my big why for doing that. Am I doing it to save money? Am I doing it for my health? Maybe I'm doing it for both of those. Am I growing it for my family? Am I growing it for my children because I want them to see that food is grown and not just comes in plastic packets? You know, and then we can also look at the rest of it is like what's stopping you from getting there. And I want to inspire you and help you along the way to get there. And that's another reason why I created the Garden Creator Hub, which is there's a link in the description if you want to head over and check it out. And as I said, it was free for the first 100 founding members, but at the moment for the weekend, I'm just running it at $7 US. It's going up after the weekend for like a second stage of that. So yeah, we're in that second stage of the beta. So it's just awesome. And let's keep rolling here. One of my neighbors has an olive tree a few doors down. Oh, that's, I wish I want to see the photos. I bought a bag of 10K onions, $6.99. They put the price down from $12.99. Oh, that's right, because you were talking about it last night, how expensive the potatoes are. So the onions are down in price. That's pretty good. I don't grow any onions. I just, yeah, I buy them as well. And shallots, which you saw in the video that we just shown just a minute ago for the lumpia recipe, which I'll show a little bit more coming up. So if you've stayed and you want to see a little bit more of the video, I'll give you another bit more of a snippet. If you've come in late, I'm Marty from Marty's Garden, horticulturist, and I run the Garden Creator Hub, my own community where I've got some awesome people there. 100 members now strong, 99 strong. Ninja bread man. Marty, thoughts, Marty, on me making my own flour? Have a few acres of wheat so I can have my own straw, but have a small flour mill turning up. Oh, look, I reckon if you can make your own flour, then why not? You know what I mean? So many people are making really cool stuff these days, and we're stepping back more to traditional methods, you know, and finding that it's very enjoyable. You know, we've over processed everything, and then we can go back. And the only problem is that, you know, like we've over processed everything to save a lot of time. But so you've got to go, okay, well, this is going to take a fair bit of time, but gee, I'm going to enjoy doing it. And the end result that I'm going to get out of it is, you know, is brilliant. So it's like the question that I just said, where do you want to be? And if you want to see yourself as doing that, then it's great. And you can create all different types of flours. You can take it and go into sourdough, you know, like this. Look, I think it's just great and just beautiful. And Rick said he's going to take some photos. Yeah, mate, please share it over at the Garden Creator Hub. Love to see him, and just give me a little tag there so I can check it out. Was too hot this winter. Oh, I missed that. I don't know, can't see. Yeah, question. Radicchio. What is it? It looks like a red and white cabbage. I've got a few seedlings. It's just about to plant. I think it's an Asian green. So it depends on where you are. I would look it up and see if it's a what they call a brassica. If it's in the brassica family, depending where you are. If you're still in temperate, probably still get away with it. Up here where we are in sort of like the subtropical area, and then anywhere north from that, it might be a bit late for that. But yeah, check it out and just see if it's a brassica. In the brassica family. Okay, some need a special flour, then that's great. I think so too. I've got a few friends that are celiac and can only eat sort of gluten-free stuff and that, you know. And my wife works at a cookie company, and she brings all the gluten-free ones home for a friend. Growing onions in Sydney, but a few, not enough. Yeah, look, it depends on how much you're cooking with them, I guess, you know, like how much you need them. We've got 16 people watching. This is brilliant for a Friday night. We're doing heaps better than last night coming in. And if you've got any questions, just put a big Q in front of it so I can see it. And I will then bring it up and do the best I can. There's a few here that you guys are throwing some doobies at me, man. Usually I can get like 75% of them. So you're not making me look good. Come Here's your questions. No, I'm just joking. Hey, Marty, happy Friday, mate, from the mid-North Coast Urban Food Forest Project. Yeah, welcome. Lovely to see you here, dude. And yeah, happy Friday, man, from the mid-North Coast. As you know, I was down there for about 4 years, North Haven, in a little sort of apartment there. Well, townhouse duplex sort of thing. We had the little garden composting thing going. Really enjoyed it there, and but happy to be back in my hometown of in the Byron Shire. All right, let's keep rolling. All right. Did you watch that last bit? While we're waiting for another question to come through, let's go back to the video and show you the second, like another part of Shirley making the lumpia here. So let's go.
That one is like 300 grams pork, minced pork, and this is garlic. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 items. Will we use any?
Oh, we're gonna use soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Salt and pepper. That's it.
And will we use anything else from the garden to go in here, like
you can
spring onions or anything?
No, not spring onions.
No spring onions.
You can, yeah, you can if you like, but you can put also like capsicum. You can sometimes you put choco. Sometimes whatever you have, you can just mince it and then cook it.
All right, another quick snippet of the video. So that video actually is going in one of the classrooms, which is called Filipino Recipes from the Garden, which you can find over at the community. So the Garden Creator Hub, link in the description. As I said, it was free for founding members, not anymore, but it's still really, really cheap. And as you get through, if you get in like for the $7 a month or whatever, that is, and you stay in there, that's for life. It does not go up on you, the price. So the people that got in for free, they're free for life. And if you want to jump in early because I will be raising the price as I get more people in there and it becomes more work. So yeah, check it out. Link in the description now or whenever, down later, and I'll check this after the show. Let's keep going for the thing here. I want to read out any more questions. I don't think I have. This is a question, but it says, I'm trying everything. I have soil and the water for a 4-acre rice pad. That's cool. Yeah, I'm involved in rice farming now. We do rice farming, mine and Shirley's family over in the Philippines. And yeah, we farm about 3 acres of rice now. That's a lot of fun and very eye-opening. I've got a lot to learn, but there's big typhoons going through there at the moment. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen to our rice paddy. So I'm more worried about the people, to be honest. But hey, let's keep firing away. How far are you from the Weedy Garden? So he's probably about 45 minutes drive. I haven't met the creator from Weedy Garden yet. I like his stuff. I know Mark from Self-Sufficient Me did some stuff with him. But we haven't really been in touch, but I'm not that far away. He's sort of inland a bit more, so he get cooler nights and some frosts and things like that. I think he's at Kyogle Way from memory, but I can't say that exactly because I'm only going off what people have told me, but fairly close. I could drive there, no problem. Here we go. We'll look at this. Well, Melbourne's Backyard Veggies. Hey, Elisa, how you going? She's a member of the show and going to be actually appearing as a guest soon. I've just got to send it out to you. If you're listening now, we're doing a Wednesday show coming up. So yeah, check that out. And and I'll be in touch with you for that one because yeah, anyway, that's Elisa's coming up. I just wanted to make sure that I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Alicia. Sorry, Alicia, not Elisa. All right, so yeah, Alicia's coming on the show. She will be here next Wednesday. So let me know. I'll message you in the chat box inside the community. And that'll be a lot of fun. But that's our second actual show that we're going to be running in there live, where I do some interviews. And then we're going to be doing some Q&As in there down the line as well, similar to this. All right, Melbourne Backyard Veggies. I also have a huge olive tree and many self-seeded around the property in Melbourne. We get a few frosts and they are fine. So yeah, sounds like she's the go-to one. You could, yeah, and I don't know if she's going to make any content regarding that on her channel. I don't know. I'm only guessing. But thanks, Alicia, for sharing that. Melbourne Backyard Veggies. Go and check out the channel, man. She's really moving forward and doing great. So, yep, shout out for that one. And I very rarely, you know me, I very rarely shout anyone out. So, yeah, good content out there. Rick, hope Shirley's family is okay with the storm. So the first one went over the top and it flooded in Cebu, which is an island. Shirley's family's in Bohol, which is in they call the Visayas areas, which is the middle of the Philippines. And she's smack bang in the middle of Bohol around the Chocolate Hills there, the family. Beautiful area, just absolutely stunning. But the second storm, which is a super typhoon, which is really worrying, and I'm just praying that it will go further north. They're showing it's going to go directly north of Luzon. There's still people living up there, which is really quite sad. But if it went through Manila and you've seen the shanty towns there, man, it's all over. We're talking lots and lots of deaths. So just praying that that's the case. But yeah, we're keeping in touch with them as it goes over, and I'm tracking the storm to keep just to keep their anxiety down, right? So anyway, so please put a Q in front of any question that you're coming through. And it says Egyptian walking onions are an awesome perennial onion. Plant once and harvest forever. Yeah, are they the ones with the bulb on top? So you can like I've seen them before, but I've never grown them. Some people are really bringing out some really unique stuff. But thank you, Urban Food Forest Project, for that. Much appreciated. Very wet on the Bass Coast of Victoria at the moment. Are you getting some solid rain there, hey? We've had a little bit, and I think you've got another front just about to come through or just coming through at the moment. And you're welcome, Alicia. It's very worthy. You deserve the shout out. And thanks for coming and being supporting this live show. It's just absolutely brilliant. And we've got Rick again. I'd like to eventually, we'll get some Egyptian someday at Urban Food Forest. Yeah, they're just chatting between each other. I haven't been looking for the queue. So my fault. Here we go. We've got one from Abby. Any tips on growing beetroot? My favorite. And do you pickle? Not only beets, but other veggies. I want to get into kimchi. Do you store the crop over winter? Wow. So there's more than one question there. Just keep it to one question, guys, if you can. Look, the thing with beetroot, just really just got to grow it in season and, you know, in a good sort of friable compost. You know, I like morning sun to sort of like midday sun sort of thing. I don't like the full on heat, but I generally grow most of my beets to eat the leaves. I like the microgreens and the baby leaf, and then I will grow them on later to eat them. But generally, a lot of the time, I'm just growing actually for the microgreens, to be honest. But it says, but not only beets, but other veggies. I want to get into kimchi. And yeah, look, do it. My daughter loves kimchi, and it's so good for your stomach, all that good bacteria and stuff. So it's not that hard to make, I don't think. And do you store your crops over winter? No. Well, we basically can grow all year round here, so I just eat what's in season. We have like about a 6-week period where it's month period where it's a bit quiet, and I don't mind. But yeah, we store like things like sweet potatoes, pumpkins, you know, some those sort of things, root crops, you know, mostly. And then we can pretty much keep harvesting. We just harvest them. We're harvesting different beans and peas and different things through the winter. And yeah, so we're blessed on that basically in the subtropics. If you can get some good sunshine and block those cool winds. Here we go. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, good compost. And not too much radical heat. Go to the sort of more the morning to midday sun, and that's my advice on that. But always a good compost. Yeah, and a bit of mulch. Make sure you mulch it as well. Q, thoughts on integration of aquaculture systems for watering veg beds? Now, aquaculture is a very interesting subject because in the early days, they weren't the pioneers that were doing it. They had a lot of waste problems. And so they, you know, and this is where the aquaponics solve that problem of creating the filtration and moving it through. So aquaculture is actually changing the water, removing the waste, and then getting it out and just putting it out onto gardens and things and getting it going back through instead of filtering it and using it back through the garden beds. So I think it's really good. And if you can put them sort of in a system where it floods and then drains into a wicking system or goes somewhere where it can sort of store, then even better. But look, I really like the aquaponics where it goes through and then goes back through and around like that. And I really like the little dams where you've got a deep thing and then you grow around the outside and it sumps into the side like that. So little mini dams and things, and swales where you run the water and it stores down in there and you grow around the outside. So I do mine a little bit different, but we are looking at tilapia in the Philippines. We've got Shirley's family's got a pond, and they have some tilapia, and I did some tilapia fishing. So it's, you don't know what tilapia is, it's looks a bit like a bream. It's a dark sort of fish, and it's a freshwater fish, and it can handle pH changes and water temperature changes, and it's very fast growing. It's pretty good eating, and that's really fun to catch on the little bamboo rods with just a bit of line on the end. Had a blast doing that. Made a video on it. And you look up tilapia fishing in the Marty's Garden channel, and you'll see it there. And yeah. So we're actually looking into that at the moment, but that's still a way off. Like, we're rice farming and doing small tilapia, but down the line we might step out into some bigger ponds, and there will be aquaculture systems. All right, the gardens like Dad. I like that. G'day, Marty and crew from the far north Queensland. Atherton tables, just popping in between kids' story time and bedtime to say hi. Ideas, uses for pumpkin glut aside from soup, pie, dehydration, and selling. Wow. Now, I reckon I'm getting some of the hardest questions I've ever had on a live show. I'd love to see what people in the feed have got to say about this, because I know there's crew in here that actually would sort of work more with pumpkins. We basically just store it, and then we make Shirley makes a pumpkin pie. So you wrote pie there, but you know, I don't dehydrate it. We turn into soups, steam it, bake it, pie it, and that's sort of, and we sell like the odd one for about $5 when we've got too many. But yeah, I don't really have anything else for you other than that, and there might be someone else that's got something in here for you. But you can also use the seeds, dry the seeds out. I think I call them pepitas, and you can use those as well. Let's keep going here. I would dice roast and freeze. Yeah, you can freeze it. That's not a bad idea. Let's keep rolling here. And we've got David. With Australia becoming so expensive to live, would you consider moving to the Philippines full time? It's a really interesting question, because now that we have this home here and we're permanent, so we live in what we call it's run by Northern Rivers Housing, and it's very cheap. So we, you know, and you don't have a long-term lease. So I'm quite happy here for the moment, but it is a discussion between me and some of my friends. I lived in Southeast Asia before, done a lot of traveling through there surfing. Probably Philippines is the place I've spent least of my time. Indonesia and Thailand the most. Indonesia is much cheaper than the Philippines, believe it or not. Thailand's easier to live. And the Philippines gets really, really hot sometimes. So you've got to have a good air conditioning system, or got a place to go and have a good swim to cool down. But yes, if my wife and family wanted to go and we thought it was better for us, we've got, you know, we could build a little place there, no problem, and live quite comfortably. But, you know, for now, I think I'm more into, like, my why is just to be more self-sufficient here and spend less money sort of out there on groceries. And we drive up to the Gold Coast and do Asian shopping up there. It's cheaper. We save about 30 or 40% on our groceries when we do that. And then we do little runs to and backwards and forwards. But the Philippines is not getting cheaper. It's actually getting more expensive all the time. So, but yes, it has been on my mind. And if this house hadn't come up for us, I probably would have looked at the possibility of relocating. And they've got something interesting here. Tilapia, a hugely imported resource if used correctly. Remember my boss in a Chinese restaurant in the UK 15 years ago importing it as a menu item delicacy. Yeah, like it's just cheapest. It's one of the cheapest proteins in Southeast Asia, if you know where to get it. But look, I've seen it in the shops around here, up in the Asian stores, and I don't know what they call it, but paying for it. Used to catch tilapia on our taro patch. It is a lot of fun to fish for. We use like a little bamboo rod, and you put it on the water and sit it like a float, and it's thick on one end and thin on the other. And when the end goes under, you let it go under like a float does it, and you wait for it, and you just grab it and pull it and hook them, little tiny hook. And man, you can catch some pretty big ones. It's a good sport. I love my fishing, so yeah. And they will eat little bits of flour and bread, and we were using little worms that day, and a lot of fun. I just wish we could have them here. I wouldn't mind if someone come around and checked we're doing it properly. I'd love to have a big pond out the back and have my own protein that way. It's one of the easiest fish to farm. Roasting. They're pretty good, the old roasted seeds out of pumpkins. And wild chocolate from the other side of the border. Cheaper to live in Australia. I don't know. Depends. Like in Bahol, where Shirley's family's from, they're pretty self-sufficient. We're growing the rice for the family. They grow a lot of their own fruit and veg as well. And occasionally we will buy like a caribou, and that'll be a meat source down the line. We don't farm any pigs or anything like that yet. They're a lot of work. And I haven't done any piggery stuff, but some of the cousins do. So then we can trade stuff for things. And so it can be quite cheap if you have your own home, and you sort of go really cheap if you go sort of self-sufficient. Like when they had the big sea go through, the one, which I don't want to mention on here because I don't know, weird stuff going on when you mention that stuff online. So they, did quite well, and the people in the cities didn't. And so because it didn't really affect them so much because they had everything that they needed at the time. And let's keep going. I notice you like to use cane mulch. Do you grow sugarcane? No. I actually use a soteria grass. I use cane mulch when I've got it. And I prefer cane than soteria, but I buy it for $9 a bale from a local guy just up the road. And let's keep on rolling here. Some people talking amongst each other. That's so cool to see. And remember, you can head over to my community, and it's called the Garden Creator Hub. Now we've got up to 99 members, and we're just about to hit 100. So that was we're up to part 2 of beta, which means beta means testing to see if it's going to work and everyone likes it. It's going to be doable, and all the software works properly, and everything's good, and it's enjoying it. It doesn't suck. And at the moment, it's not sucking. It's pretty good. People are really enjoying it. And there's quite a few turned up from here to do that. So let's go into the next part of the video. But just before we do that, I'll give you another look at what's inside here. And so some stuff that we've been talking about. And there's a lady here saying, please leave the weeds, garden net bags. Shirley wants to put Filipino recipes in here. Self-sufficiency for various reasons. Do you have any favorite recipes from the garden, Filipino garden recipes? Talking about biochar, lettuce off season. Have you heard about kangkong? I did a video in here about jute netting and the support jute netting, and asking people if they've been and used school before. There's stuff about canning recipes, growing bitter melons. We're having a few little challenges and things, and really just talking about where people are up to, what are they growing now, what do they want to achieve out of it, are on to the roll in here. And where are we? Right. Abby, what's your favorite or most handy tool for the backyard garden? I've got the usual, but I don't step into the veggie patch without my small sewing scissors. You know what? I got some scissors from Aussie Gardener. They're brilliant. He also gave me some Aussie Gardener secateurs. Brilliant. Love those. I use both of those quite regularly. They're something that sits in my pocket, and I'm always, if I put them down because I don't have a belt, they didn't send me an Aussie Gardener belt. But yeah, their products are absolutely brilliant, and I don't make any money by saying that. I like Brian, I like the people in there, and I think they've got great stuff. So that would be my two favorite, would be the scissors that they've got, the gardening scissors, and the Aussie Gardener secateurs. And I've got a few other things. I really like grow bags because I sit them on top of my bales and they leach straight in. I can move them around with the handles. They seem to grow really well. Probably the only con with them is they just dry out a bit quick. And she says here, I can only get the sugarcane from Bunnings. Yeah, and it's really dry when you get it in those bags. They make it up on the far Sunshine Coast there, and they have to bag it really dry, and it comes out, it's just so dusty. So I'm a bit over that sort of all that dust that comes out, but I understand why they've got to vacuum dry it, because otherwise it will go moldy inside the thing. So just watch out. Don't breathe that in if you can. I need to get some $1 million horse manure from the stables at Warwick Farm. Cool. Just, yeah, look, if they're away from the weeds and stuff like that, horse manure is pretty good inside the stables where it's not out in the paddocks and things and open to all those weed problems. And we'll keep going here. Have we got, are we back now? I think there was maybe a little bit of a glitch there with the internet, but it looks like I think we're back now. I can see like 19 people there. It says, okay, there's people chatting. I'm just going to keep going on. Sugarcane has been the perfect carbon for a sprinkle biochar inside my worm towers. Yeah, look, you can actually burn a lot of those things and just use it as a a calcium source. That's a really good little tip, actually, just and do it that way. I think we're back now. I have a few varieties of sugarcane. It's easy to manage it. Oh, wow, that's cool. It's really good. Just let me know if we're still online here. I want to see if we're still here. It shows me that we've got 22 people here. Says I'm back. Okay. I need a leather pouch for the pruners. I do, yes. Someone send me some. Bit of cane juice in the coffee. Make fermented cane juice is brilliant. I know someone sells it here. Likely question. Here we go. Thank goodness we're back. Yeah, sometimes, the internet, it is what it is. It just drops out. And thanks for staying around and sticking with us. They're not bailing out. It's great to have you all here. We've got 21 people here. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, give us a big thumbs up. Say good day. Remember that I've also got the community, the Garden Creator Hub, and we're in the sort of part 2 now, and 100 members have started. So the founding members, we're going into beta 2. So we're at $7 US. If you jump in now, that's what it's going to be for life. That price that you get it at. After the weekend, I'm raising the price again. And it's also, I've got a discount for yearly. So it's 42% off if you just want to just pay straight up for the year. Same as 2 pizzas. So, yeah, you're going to get a lot more value than 2 pizzas. We just scoffed down a pizza a minute ago, and I felt like another one. It wasn't enough. So, $40 just goes like that. But anyway, you get a lot of value for that, and solve a lot of problems. Meet some friends locally too, because we're growing and there's people around from different parts around Australia, and we've got a few people from around the globe as well. It's just been awesome. Awesome. Aussie Gardener scissors and secateurs are the best. See, there you go. Backing it up. Good on you, Alicia. It is really good. They're really good products, and we need to support them, guys. They need our help. And if you're buying anything and you're going online, you're going, I'm going to get some secateurs, get it from Aussie Gardener. and some other different products they've got. Good stuff. Good on you, Will. Take up a little space to grow. I just ran over with a mower on the concrete to make the mulch. I'll keep moving here. Here's a good little comment here. It says, I normally pre-soak sugarcane, bunnings, and worm juice to keep the dust down. I think that's a good idea because when I've got it open too, I'm hosing it down as well pretty quickly. Yeah, but I generally buy mine in the big bales. I only buy that one in the wrap pack if I'm doing like something very light around some sort of very lighter, sort of like some little seedlings and things like that. It says we're all good and we're all back online here. Thank goodness. It's still happening. And we have some more questions, I'm sure. It's really good to see everyone in here sort of just chatting, meeting each other and connecting up. This what I want to do is, so it's one of my goals now. It always has been, but you know, I was too worried about the statistics inside YouTube. I look at the stats and my YouTube lives were the worst performing videos out of all of them, but they're the ones that I enjoy the most. And I really feel that the people that are coming on really enjoy them too. Let me know in the comments box down below. Do you like connecting up with people that are, you know, gardening together and sharing and all that type of stuff on a different place away from Facebook? I like this now because it's not running any ads at the moment. We don't run any ads over at the Garden Creator Hub, and it's very clean and you can just move through and just check everything. And while we're doing that part of this lumpia spring rolls recipe, this is one of the ones that's going into the classroom Filipino recipes from the garden. This is our first video of the series. And we got, right,
it's just
shallots, potato, carrot, the pork mince, garlic, and our oil and our cook. And obviously we've got to get that quite hot. I just got to make sure that, because this is the speaker coming out here, that we get the sound right. So yeah, let's keep filming. Is it hot enough yet? How do we know when it's hot enough to start? Oh, we didn't mention that we're actually cooking it all first to get it right. Yeah. So tell us about that process. We've got to cook it all first.
Yeah, we gotta cook it first and then we wrap it.
And then deep fry them.
Yeah.
So then it's quicker to deep fry them, isn't it? When you do it like that. And that's, you can see the smoke coming up now. So that should be on a good heat point. Beautiful. All right, we'll be back to you in a second. Oh, she's about to put it in. I thought we were going to turn off, but no.
Is it?
Let's keep on filming. Keep it rolling. You gotta love that, eh? That's a part of one of our videos, our vlogs, that we're putting into the recipes from the garden. There are other recipes from the garden going in there from another woman called Lorna. She is I guess she's sort of a prepper in a way, and she lives in Sydney. And yeah, she put some really good garden recipes in there, and that's one of the snippets from. So that's over in our community, and you can check that out now. It's available to have a look and get that recipe, the lumpia spring rolls recipe. All right, let's keep on rolling. Where are we now? I just got to make sure that I haven't missed anything, because usually it highlights it all up. And then where are we going here? We got any cues in front? Because I'd like to get a cue in front of the question, because when I'm actually dyslexic, guys, so I don't share that all the time, but I miss things. So dyslexia is a form of it's a reading disorder, and things disappear in front of me and I don't see them. It's really quite bizarre. And it happens in a few different other areas of my life as well. And my wife just cracks up laughing if I leave a pair of socks or something on the clothesline. So I swear I got them all. She goes, "You done it again. There's a pair of socks on the clothesline," like something small usually. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. Okie dokie. What do we got here? And some more people still chatting. Definitely Facebook is not community. I agree. I'm sort of steering away from there as much as possible. I do use the marketplace to sell my compost, and I'm very grateful to have that, because it's helped me, have another part of my business to keep survival, because there isn't enough money in being a YouTuber at the moment. Some there are, I guess. Cheers, Urban Forest Project. Let's keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. Fried onions get me hungry. Yeah, that was it. We're frying them up and getting them ready for the lumpia spring rolls, which I said you can see over there at the community. Let's keep looking here. I'm looking for a queue in front. A lot of people chatting in here, which is really great that you're all sort of getting along here. Now, so if you've come in, we've got 19 people here at the moment. We've been running for 45 minutes. I don't really schedule things. I just like to do stuff. I said last night that I'd come back again and do another live show, and there was people here, and so awesome stuff. Thank you so much for coming and supporting it. And, I can really just want to try and help as many people as I can, connect people together to make friends and like-minded souls, so to speak, and enjoy what we do for gardening. And really, like I was saying before, I've got a different concept behind what I'm doing now for sort of inspiring people and helping people from new to intermediate to from advanced to really sort of move forward and look at ways where they might be stuck in little areas of what maybe something's going wrong with them in the garden, or just tiny little things are moving through. So I've written this list down, and it's like it says, what's sort of blocking you from getting your result? Where do you want to be, and sort of where are you now? So we're sort of looking at that sort of thing, and then bringing to people together to try and solve these problems and help everyone get through, because it's not only getting more expensive to live. Some people are moving into the gardening for more self-sufficiency reasons, like I said at the beginning, because they feel like they have to. There's another YouTuber that's in the community down Melbourne way, and she told me that, and you can actually, I'm going to keep that a little secret for now, but she's going to be up in about 3 weeks. We're doing a live show with her inside the community, and I'll give you a little tip. She paints. So yeah, very, very cool. And right, I've got to catch a breath and have a little drink of water. So yeah, we're tying it all together and bringing people together, like-minded people in similar areas, and even people that are a long further away that connect. It's really interesting because some people might be into gardening, but they also like playing guitar, and they have something in common. Or maybe they're gaming at night. Who knows? They're young people and coming through, and they're gardening in the daytime, gaming at night. It's just an example, you know what I mean? Or they're watching a similar TV show and enjoying that. They're finding different ways to connect, and it's really, really interesting the way that it happens. So I'm really happy that we've made it to the second beta stage in the community. Now, it hasn't, as I said, I've got to get to end of stage 2. And if we get enough people coming through and it becomes sort of viable for my time, and then people are really enjoying it, I don't find it sucks, they don't find it sucks, we all enjoy it and go, this is great, then yeah, we keep it rolling and move out of stage 2. I'll just let you know, I'm also going to be setting up some private coaching. So if you're in the community and you want to access private coaching, I will be doing some private one-on-one coaching, but I haven't put anything in there for any costings or anything yet. It's just something that I am mentioning. All right, let's go here. Sorry, I've got this one here. Let's go. My nemesis, celery. Do you grow it? If so, any tips? Lots of water, man. Lots of water. It's like lettuce. If you don't give it enough water, it sort of goes bitter. And again, I'm like with these sort of like leafy green stuff, I'm a morning sun to midday sun person, and then part shade like in the afternoons. And yeah, it's just something you've just got to have a lot of water. It's treat it like a parsley because it's the same family, I believe. And so yeah, it's a great plant. And compost, mulch, water, and just keep the sort of some liquid feeds up to it as well at the same time. And hopefully that helps, because yeah, it's definitely a water thing. Same like lettuce. You really can't let it dry out. It goes bitter. Q. Okay, a question. A home recipe for a fruit fly trap that actually works. Huge issue for me. Used an old gardening Australian recipe using your own Vegemite yeast. Caught the big flies instead. Yep. I don't have a recipe for you. I think the ones that you buy in the shop are probably one of the better ones. But I don't have a big problem with fruit fly, so I haven't had a lot of experience with them. We do get times when they're here, but yeah, I can't really help you with that one too much. Sorry, but maybe there's some people in the community here that can. But I've seen people that have had traps, professional traps, and they catch a lot of them. But if you've got infestations, you've just got to remove the fruit and sort of go again. It can get to that stage where it's that bad, actually. So yeah, let's keep rolling here. Someone says, give you gas onions. Excited for your coaching, Marty. Yeah, well, I do, like at the moment, because we're still in the beta stage. So over in the community, the Garden Creator Hub, I'm not available via chat unless you've already made a connection with me before. But yes, this is definitely going to be available if we get more people that are interested, and that'll be like on a monthly call sort of thing. So yeah, if you're in there and you're at the Garden Creator Hub, which is the link in the description, join in. It's a month. You get a month trial anyway. It's really dirt cheap at the moment, and you get that price for life. And if you can try it for a week, if you don't like it, there's no risk to you. You can just sort of bail out. But if you do like it, and we're sort of connecting and talking about different things, and you're getting a lot of help, and then we decide people are getting a lot of value, then I'll move into that sort of coaching stuff. I'm looking forward to doing that type of thing. I want to do things that I really enjoy more. So then I wasn't enjoying making some of the video content. I was just doing it to try and be a YouTuber sort of thing. And it was starting to suck for me. So, here I am. I'm using that word suck a lot, but it's the honest truth. You saw me, I disappeared for quite a while till I got I nearly was going to give up actually, and just go fishing, sell compost, and hang out with the family. But I really like the community side of things, so I'm praying that this is going to work out, and that people are going to be interested and go over and join it. We'll build up, and I'd love it to be one of the best gardening communities online, and just really make it about serving the people, not so much about everyone just looking and pointing a direction at me. I want it to spread out and be about you guys. So that's my goal. I'm praying that it's going to work. All right, let's keep going down here. Let's go over. Someone says here, don't overthink when planting something. Just bung them in and tell it to grow. In some ways, that's partly true. If you grow in season, and you just grow 4 or 5 things, one thing mightn't do so good, you rip it out, get rid of it, and then just grow with the ones that do well. And just don't be worried. Like if things are getting eaten, pest problems and stuff, I'm just like, I did a big thinning culling the other day. I just went through, and my wife's planting too much stuff. I planted too much stuff. We weren't taking care of a lot of it. Some of it was getting pest problems and things. I just gone into the chook pen, really bad stuff into the bins. And yeah, the rest composted and done. And then there's enough. I'm going, I can take care of all that, no problem. And everything gets back to normal. I get overwhelmed when I plant too much stuff and I can't take care of it. But yeah, just have a go, get in there and grow and do it. Says YouTube can drive you crazy if you let it. Glad you're pushing through in a way that works for the fam and your health man. Yeah, for sure. And this is one of the things that I really like doing. So we'll see if this, this keeps doing well. We've got the questionnaires going, Q&A. I believe it provides a lot of value. Everyone gets to chat, and then we go and meet over at the Garden Creator Hub and hang out there and share photos, and I can put videos in there. You can just connect with people and have fun, enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like it's all about enjoying it and not being so serious. You know what I mean? Like life's about having fun. And I'm definitely going fishing tomorrow if it's not raining. I wish I could go catch some tilapia on my little rod, but yeah, I'll go catch some bream and some flathead if I'm lucky. I love planting the bottoms of store-bought leeks. Look, if you can buy that stuff, all my spring onions are just ones that I've bought from the shop and just planted them in a foam box, and we've got more than enough. There's a lot of time I look there and go, oh, geez, we haven't eaten it all, and it's still right there. So, yeah, spring onions and leeks and all those type of things. And there's lots of things that you can actually grow from the bottom of. And this would be a good little, let's go with that. We'll roll with that. Who's got a favorite thing that they regrow Leave it in the comments. Love to hear what you're regrowing and any regrowing tips that you have. That would be really, really cool. Let's keep rolling here. Later. Are you going, dude? Okay. See you later, man. Thanks for coming, dropping into the show. And what are you regrowing? Let's put them up there. Onions, green onions. Yeah, you can plant onions and eat the tops, all different types of them. Really good way to do it, especially if you don't have spring onions. You can eat the tops of garlics. You can eat the actual ends of one of the things that we like to eat is actually the ends, the tips of the sweet potato, also the tips of the pumpkin. We eat that. And there's a few other things that we eat. Tamarind leaf, it's got a sour, so we use that sometimes. And I think you can use the leaves from mulberries. I haven't tried that yet. But anyway, it says, yeah, just keep at it. I love fishing, but haven't done it in a very long time. I had a big, long break, but it's something me and my wife like doing together. When I go surfing, all my friends have stopped surfing and they've gotten too old. And they just, yeah. So anyway, I just go surfing by myself now. All right, leave everything, go to seed. If you can collect seed and things like you've got a space where, you know, things are sort of can reseed and stuff like that, it's great. I've got some things coming up. Love it doing that. But some stuff gets messy and I pull it out and save it or compost it or feed the chickens. Mulberry season now. Yeah, I had to cut mine back. It got too big. So it's all nice and big and bushy. But ours, I think ours is a little bit later. Other than that, so who's regrowing something? Anyone regrowing anything or striking anything from cuttings? What are you growing sort of right now in your area? That would really help people as well. Carrot tops. I've heard of carrot tops being a good one to regrow. Marcilla from Learn to Grow, she does a lot of, she's over in States, good friend of mine. She does a lot of that regrowing stuff and been very popular on her show. Yeah, potatoes, if they re-sprout, that's a good one. Here's a full list here. We got daikon, marigolds, tomatoes, loofah, and garlic chives. Yeah, I've got lots of garlic chives going, and they sort of like, I'm going like spring onions, garlic chives. So the garlic chives usually go on the pizzas and more the Italian stuff. Spring onions we use more for the Asian greens and for Asian cooking and stir fries and things like that. But yeah, very, very cool. 26 people here now. Wow, and we're just about going on an hour. And I reckon at the beginning, man, you guys were giving me some wild questions. But anyway, give me a cue at the front. And it's been great. There's some big crew in here that can actually help and answer. And everyone's been chatting and making friends and all that type of stuff. But anyway, like this is really a celebration for also this Q&A for the Garden Creator Hub, which we're at 99 members now, which is just absolutely just brilliant that we've gotten that far in nearly 2 weeks. So we've gone out of the founding member for no cost, and we're at $7 US now. So anyone that locks in at $7 US over the weekend will get that price for life. And then we're going to go up. I think it's going to just not much. It's going to go up to 9 or something like that after the weekend. 9 US or something like that. It's all in US dollars, unfortunately. That's just how they run things. But if you do a yearly, it's 42% discount, which is $49 for the year. 2 pizzas, you know, great value. And yeah, you get over there, and this is like what we're doing to the next level. So link in the description. Go and check it out. It's yeah, it's a free trial, 7 days. If you don't like it, then just you don't have to stay or whatever. But I think you will. Most people are really enjoying it. And I'm really quite surprised, actually. It's very humbling to see. Urban Food Forest Project. When you save your own seeds, they are more adapted to your climate as well. It's very true. So what I've been doing is we've had some people talk about doing like seed swaps. And so what I'm doing is I'm encouraging people in the community to connect with people that are closer to them and then swap the seeds. Obviously, you can get seeds from further away and all that type of stuff, and they're still going to grow. But I'm encouraging more people to connect locally. So people like that are down in Victoria and stuff like that. There's a few there. We've got people in Brisbane. We've got people in Sydney that can also connect up together. And we've got some in the States. We've got some people even in Ireland and different things. But yeah, they've asked for it, and you can actually just go in and connect with people and seed swap in there. So yeah, I'm all for that. and you end up with really good quality seeds as well. Here we go. Let's just keep on rolling. Most of my spring onion planting is all done, just sitting around watching them grow now. They grow pretty easy, don't they? They're great food. I wish they would be a carbohydrate. They grow as quick like that. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? If you had your rice and stuff like that could grow that quick. Let's keep going. Another question here. We're having a major electoral storm tonight. Is it true storms fix nitrogen in the soil and is beneficial? Great question. Excuse me. I've got a little bit of a burp coming up, bit of a hiccup. That's what happens with live shows. But yes, it is very true. And actually, the nitrogen comes into the rain, so it's trapped in the raindrop and then is dropped down into the ground. And I love it when it gets into my compost piles. I open them right up and into the worm farms and things, so I can get that nitrogen rain down into there. It's just something then using the hose and the water where the nitrogen just gets into that compost pile, into the garden, and it's so different. And I've had old homesteaders argue with me about making it acidic, but they're basically tilling the soil all the time. They're doing everything wrong, and very old, not old school, sort of like after the World War II style. Let's till everything and just hammer it. And so it can make the ground very, 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 very nourished again. And yeah, it does store nitrogen. So yeah. Hopefully I didn't get too much of a rant there, but yeah, it falls out of the sky and grabs nitrogen as it's falling, and there's probably a little bit more to it. Well, let's keep rolling here. Yeah, this is very interesting. No seeds, Australian government buys, security warning letter received. Yeah, they're really cracking down a lot. I've got some friends at work actually in the this area. And I have some conversations with people at the moment about seed and about organics and things like that. So I think if you can save as much seed as you can and get into that seed swapping sort of type of thing, and you're dealing with things that grow very seasonal, you're going to do much better. They do have to nearly treat all the seed that comes over from overseas now. And that's a whole new level of discussion of things of where we are at with that. But that's how it is, because they don't want disease and viruses and things coming in from overseas. And, you know, after living in Southeast Asia and seeing some of the stuff that they have, in some ways, and if you see it, I'm grateful for that. But then it does create other problems. And it's a whole other debate, way off my sort of pay grade. All right, we should take biosecurity seriously. The entire beekeeping industry was kicked in the gut. Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like, again, it's a whole thing. It's a whole other topic. It's a whole other debate. And I'm just glad that I'm seeing some bees coming back in my garden and some local ones and things. I'm really stoked to see them actually really just charging. They're more. So I've got more here this year than I did last year and the year before. All right, let's keep rolling here, and let's go back. And if you've come in late, we're watching a video and we're sort of rolling it through. It's a video of lumpia being cooked from Filipino recipes from the garden. It's a video that goes into the community, the Garden Creator Hub, and it's actually in the classroom area now. We're making a whole lot of videos to do with Filipino recipes from the garden, very unique stuff, and it's not out on YouTube or anything like that. I do put my some own vlogs in there and separate content into there. And we all discussed lots of things like mulching and worm farming and who's using this and why and when did you do that. And it's just really, really great. But anyway, one of the things that we're doing is turning this food into amazing Filipino recipes. And ASMR oil found. So the garlic and onions cooked nicely. It's time to add the pork mince. Listen to that. So time to add the soy sauce. Soy sauce, how much?
I don't know, I don't
just go by feeling?
Yeah, just use your feelings.
I reckon that's about 2 caps. I guess.
And then
2 caps.
And then pepper.
Yeah, we forgot to mention the pepper before.
No, I did.
You did mention pepper?
Yeah, salt and pepper.
Okay.
But not at the first part.
Okay. Look at that steaming, beautiful food. I'm getting hungry, huh?
I don't need salt, I think, huh? Just
No, you better soy sauce.
No, just
Tiny smidgen of salt. That was like not even quarter of a teaspoon.
because pepper and salt goes together, it comes together, so just
Does
a
it?
little bit.
Just like us?
Yeah, couple, they're couple. They cannot be separated. And then I'm gonna put this is the potato that we diced. Oh, some are big.
No, I was going to say they need to be really small, right? But that's okay. They'll shrink down when they...
Oh no, it's diced and I just...
Ah.
And then the carrot.
Oh, look at that. You hear all those sounds that makes you sort of get a bit hungry, doesn't it? She makes a mean spring roll, my wife, and they call it lumpia. The Filipino cooking is really taking off now at the moment, especially with sort of like the younger people. One of the reasons is because Filipinos are really good at being frugal. So a lot of the recipes aren't very expensive to make, and they're quite simple, and they taste pretty good. And we've got a few more coming up. They're going to be shared in the classroom area over at the Garden Creator Hub. That's the first one. And then the other part of the classroom, when we do our live shows every 2 weeks, where I'm interviewing other gardening YouTubers about their gardening journey and what they're learning about and where they're up to and what they're growing now. And also, in the last part, we talk about their creative journey as a YouTuber. And so we've had our first one with Cormac, and he was from the Vine podcast, and that come out just great, really. And that's the first video in that series as well. So yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant, and just stoked to have you all here. And I'll just go down and check that I'm on top of everything and make sure everything's good here. And if you come in late, just put a Q in front of the question here, and we will go from there. And look at this. Woohoo! Super chat. I think they call them super chat still. Been out of here that long. Thank you, Dee. Dee's a long-term follower and supporter of Marty's Garden, and also a member over at the Garden Creator Hub. And you can chat with Dee over there. She was at my last the first live show, and it was the first time I got to hear her voice. It was just great. So hi, Dee. It was really nice meeting you in the first live show that we did when after we finished up and had a bit of a chat with the community. So yeah, welcome to the live show, and let's keep on rolling. And thank you very much for that super chat. And if you've got any questions, remember, nothing's regarded as silly or stupid or whatever. And someone got the Uncle Roger gag. There's an Uncle Roger fan here. My wife introduced me to Uncle Roger. He's brilliant. I've got to go and watch some more of it to get a good laugh. It's all about feeling, and he bags a certain chef, which is really, really funny. And yeah, thank you, Dee. That's really, really nice of you. And we got a couple more people rolling in. 31 people here now, and things are starting to slow up a little bit. My voice is starting to go. Usually last night we went for an hour and 15 minutes, so I'm going to do much the same tonight. We're on an hour and 8 minutes now, and if anyone's got any questions, please fire away. I've just put a little bit more of the video on and show you some more of this beautiful cooking. Let's go.
Some potato in it.
Does it have to be
it's just a simple lumpia that we make in the Philippines. Very simple ingredients.
So do you have to really cook the carrot and the potato quite well, really, or just a little bit, because it's going to get cooked again when it gets deep fried?
Yeah, just half cooked.
So it's more about the meat, really, right?
Yeah.
So a bit more feeling. Who says that in the video? Uncle Roger. Feeling. You must use feeling. Uncle Roger a plug.
I think I like it just a little bit salty. So it's not really salty when you cook it because the wrapper is doesn't have any. How do you say that? Doesn't have any taste.
The wrapper's got no flavour.
Yeah, the flavor. Let me just taste the meat. Yeah, it's good.
It's good. It's really good. Believe you me, and you watch right through and you'll see like the whole video if you get it or piece it all together. As I said, it's over and available. So link in the description. Head over to the Garden Creator Hub and check it out. We're going to be going for a couple more minutes here. I'm going to find a question here, something to do with mountain mint. I don't know if mountain mint will help your bees against voromite. But yeah, check it out, guys. If that's the case, I can't really verify that. Sorry. Thank you. Having a lot of fun making these things and building this new community over at the Garden Creator Hub. It's just absolutely brilliant. Really, really enjoying it. And look, if you've come this far, there's a link in the description. Please head over. You can check it out. We've gone through, so the beta #1 section with nearly 100 people all got in free. There's ones that jumped in first and went in for the beta project and really made it happen and brought it together. So thank you if you're watching the rerun for that or coming in. It's just couldn't have done it without you guys. And you've made it really brilliant. And we're at that second stage now where just for the weekend up until Sunday night, I'm going to cut it off $7 US. You get in on that price, you lock in for life. There's no ads in there. We're doing extra vlogs in there, cooking videos, recipes from the garden, chatting, meeting friends, meeting up with local people. And I really want to build something really quite amazing. So I'm praying that we get through stage 2 and we get enough support to move through, and that it doesn't, yeah, it just keeps going. And if let's just hope that it does. All right. So anyway, link in the description if you want to go check it out. 7-day free trial. If you don't like it, it's not for you. It's not going to be for everyone, that's for sure. And if you're really keen, you can do like the 42% discount, $49 for the whole year. And that just helps me sort of get on top of things, and I can pay for a few things and get things rolling. That's why I put that in there like that. And let's go forward, just do a couple more questions. We finish off in 3 minutes. So say goodbye to everyone in the community as well. And I'll try to get to these last few questions before time is out. Last question, Marty, from Abby. What's your favorite time of the day in the garden? Mine's dawn. Mine's dawn also. I love the sunrise. I like getting out my camera sometimes, taking some photos of the sunrise. And I just like being out, and I let the chickens feed the chickens and do whatever. And it's just, yeah, it's my happy space is the morning. I usually wake up just before the birds are out. And with a coffee, yeah, mine's with a cup of tea. It's all quiet. My garden dreams and chores are possible. Yeah, and it's nice and cool too for this time of year. And I was up just on sunrise, actually composting this morning, doing some orders. But yeah, please say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for coming and watching the show. I'm going to come on again tomorrow night. I'm not sure if I'm going to be as long. What I'll do is I'll put a notice into the community, let people know what I'm going to be doing here. So if you're over there, you'll get that message there if you just drop into the community and check it out. And I'll also, if for some reason you don't see me, you go to the Marty's Garden channel and I'm not there, it means something's happened for Saturday night. But I'm going to try and roll again Saturday night. I just want to see how things go, if people are enjoying it. And really, this is sort of a beta test for these live shows as well. And yeah, I'll put these out here. Not Jim Bob. That's funny. Night, Arnie, Shirley. Hopefully I don't miss anyone here, but you'll read it all. And we've got one quick, is there a possible of seed savers sharing section in the Garden Hub? So I'm not having a section, so to speak, but we will look at it, how we're going to sort of run it and stuff like that. I can't get involved in that for, there's sort of like, not political reasons isn't the right word, but I can get in trouble being involved in that sort of thing. So I'm just going to really run it through the community, and I'll work on getting people connecting and stuff like that. It's something that I'm open to more. Yeah, go and check it out, Marty Fishing Tilapia. It's on the channel. And I'm just going to put the goodbye ones up now for now. My throat's going. Been a big day. and I've got a bit more water to drink. My daughter's sitting over there. She wants to have a chat. And yeah, and then we're out for the evening sleepy times. But hopefully I see you over at the community. If you're heading over there now, link in the description, come over and I'll just click the members thing and let you in, and you can leave, and just there's a little thing at the top where you can just say, hey, how's it going? I'm such and such from this area. I like doing this out in the garden. This is what I'm into, sort of thing. You just go introduce yourself. People love seeing that type of thing. Thank you, Alicia. Have a beautiful weekend, and thank you so much for coming. And there's a few people that know my daughter here, Karen. Yeah, people saying good night to you, Karen.
Good night.
Did you hear her? Yell out, Karen.
I did yell out.
Louder. Oh, she's coming.
No, I'm not going on camera.
No?
Good night.
Karen says good night. Oh, she's a bit shy these days. Anyway, look, thanks for coming. Have a great weekend. I'm 95% sure I'm going to be here live tomorrow, but just keep an eye. If it's like around 7 o'clock, if you see the thing up there and says Marty's Gardens, Marty's going live with another Q&A on Saturday night, then I will be there. I'm just not putting a definite out for tomorrow night, because who knows, I might go fishing. All right. Have a great night, everyone, and an awesome weekend. And I'll see you over at the Garden Creator Hub, and we'll hook up there and have a bit more of a chat. All right. Bye.